let's talk about Chuk Okorafor, because the latest report is that he's leaving the New England Patriots. There's a lot that kind of led up to this, but it came down to the point where Okorafor is now asking himself whether he wants to play football at all anymore. So we're going to unpack the latest news and rumors around what's actually happening with an already struggling offensive line. And this came on the afternoon of Saturday. Everybody's watching college football, and Karen tweets out, per source, Chuk Okorafor was placed on the exempt/left squad because he's reconsidering if he still wants to play. The team has been in touch with his representatives. Okorafor had signed a one-year deal with a base value of $4 million with the Patriots. I mean, it just kind of came out of nowhere. But then you thought about it and you're like, did it come out of nowhere? We know that Okorafor got benched in week 1 after 12 plays because he was a liability, because he wasn't doing his job right. And Jerod Mayo, in the first year that he's there, and Alex Van Pelt made an executive decision to say, you know what, Okorafor, you're a good guard, but maybe tackle isn't where you need to be right now. In an already very thin left tackle position, they benched him, and they put in Verderian Lowe, and he started in week 2. Well, here's what Mike Reese had to say about the whole situation about Okorafor leaving. For those wondering what this even means, how does a guy just walk out on his team, right? The Patriots receive a roster exemption for Okorafor until his status is finalized, which means they're now rolling with 52 players and will likely sign Michael Jordan to the 53-man roster early next week. Michael Jordan obviously has been playing left guard while Sidy Sow has been out. So now you're just still mixing and matching your offensive line, which really sucks because all offseason they've been saying we're trying to find the right 5 guys to help us win ball games. And Okorafor, for a long time, was on that top 5, whether left or right. But now, guess what? You don't get him on either. But Jerod Mayo discussed it ahead of the Week 2 game against the Seattle Seahawks, saying, I had a conversation with Chuck, and first, it had nothing to do with football. I called him, and it had everything to do with the man himself. I wanted to make sure that he was good in a space and really considering and taking into consideration that this is what he wanted to do. But once again, I look at these as long-term relationships and care more about the individual than anything else. And I love that quote from Jerod Mayo because he could have easily been like, screw Okorafor, he left us out to dry. But that's not who Jerod Mayo is. He wanted to make sure, hey, look, man, as a former player myself, I want to make sure that you're good. But Jerod Mayo needs to put on his head coaching cap for a minute here, and Elliott Wolf, and they'll need to look at what is actually on the table here because he did sign a one-year, $4 million contract with $3.1 million guaranteed. So now what the next step is to really finalize whether Okorafor is going to come back or not. And in my opinion, from all the sources that I have read on Twitter, it doesn't look like he's coming back. They'll need to negotiate how much he's going to get paid before they cut him off entirely. But it doesn't look like Chuk Okorafor is going to play again for the Patriots. But let me ask you guys, I know you're on Twitter. I know you've been seeing a lot of this stuff go on too. Will Okorafor play for the Patriots again this season? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Because regardless, Okorafor, wasn't the best left tackle. I'll give him that. But he was injury insurance. He was in the depth chart. And now coming up next, after I tell you guys about our sponsor, we've got an injury update for you on that left tackle. But first, I want to make sure if you guys want to go to any New England Patriots games coming up, go on ahead and download GameTime. And you know what's even better? It doesn't just have to be Patriots games. It can be Celtics games, Bruins games, Red Sox games, or let's say if one of your favorite artists is coming to play in Boston or anywhere in the world, you guys can get your tickets with GameTime. And here's why I use GameTime personally. I love that you can see your seat, your view from your seat before you buy it. That is huge for me. Sometimes if I don't go to a stadium, I don't know what their layout's like. I want to make sure the seat I'm getting is for the best price possible. And with GameTime's lowest price guaranteed, or GameTime will credit you 110% of the difference, you're going to be satisfied. Not to mention last-minute ticket deals as well. If you guys are tailgating a little bit too hard outside of Gillette Stadium and you realize, hey, man, maybe we should go check out this ball game, they will still give you deals up to an hour after the game already started. I mean, it's making sure you're enjoying your social time, but can also still make it to the event that you guys have to get to, which is a Patriots game, a Celtics game, Bruins, Red Sox, anything and everything. There is a ticket on GameTime. And if you guys want to go on ahead and get started, go on ahead, download the GameTime app. But keep in mind, they do have a new feature called GameTime Picks that makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live even easier. GameTime Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. Go on ahead, download the GameTime app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. You're already getting lowest price guarantee. Might as well use promo code CHATSPORTS while terms apply to get $20 off your first ticket purchase. Download GameTime today. What time is it? Game time. So PFF ranked the Patriots offensive line 32nd in the NFL heading into week 2. That is dead last. And it's unfortunate because the Patriots, I do think, have a lot of offensive weapons that they have not been able to showcase yet because they don't have enough time. There's no time when it comes to pass blocking. It's ridiculous that Jacoby Brissett has not thrown for more than over 180 yards so far in the first 2 weeks because he has no time. But this is the line they've been running with so far. Michael Jordan at left guard because you do have City So still out. David Andrews at your center. Layden Robinson, the rookie. Give him flowers where flowers are due. He's been holding it down. Mike Onwenu, arguably your best offensive lineman right now on the Patriots. Then Verderian Lowe has been your left tackle with rookie Caden Wallace right underneath him. Verderian Lowe leaves week 2 with a knee injury. That's the last thing you needed, man. And I don't wish injury on anybody at all. But the left tackle spot, man, it couldn't have been any other position. It had to be left tackle. We are already so super thin at left tackle that they had to put rookie Caden Wallace in overtime. And he did fine. If you want to count a punt on 4th and 1 in overtime, fine. But it's a position that is getting thinner by the minute, and now that you have Okorafor leaving, Verderian Lowe with a knee injury, that means you're going to have 2 rookies on the offensive line. You can throw away any passing game that you want to see from Jacoby Brissett this year, if that's how it's going to be. And that's just my opinion. The offensive line has shown me they can actually be pretty adequate for what's been handed to them. But at this point, with $42 million in cap space, what are we doing? Why haven't we gone out and traded for a left tackle? Why have we not gone out and signed left tackles in free agency just to add some depth? The Patriots worked out 8 defensive players ahead of their week 2 matchup. The defense is great. They're a top 10 defense. Why are we not working out 8 left tackles right now? I'm not anywhere close to a front office manager of the New England Patriots or even close to a head coach. I'm just a fan. But make it make sense to me, man. Make it make sense. My last question here for you guys is, should the Patriots add O-line depth? Type A for add something there, or type K for keep. You like how the Patriots offense looks right now, and I find that hard to believe. Let me know in the comment section down below. As always, for the latest on anything New England Patriots, we've got you covered right here at Patriots Today by Chat Sports. Hit that sub button for me.